Was this the goal for you?
This wasn't the goal.
Yeah.
At first, this started as a very simple thing. I did my NYS in 2018. That's when I graduated after doing a course in general agriculture. But after I completed school, this wasn't a vision that I said, okay, I want to be doing farming. I came to Karatina to stay with my grandma as I was sending all the CVs everywhere, trying to get a job here and there. By then, I've got used to some good cash here and there. Now, somebody else is offering you a job of 20,000. Someone came to me, my uncle now, the last born who brother to my dad. He just asked me a very simple question. Do this, make a budget of around a chicken that is a chicken coop that can be able to sustain you for the time being before you get a job. I just did a simple budget. Oh, we need this timber, that, and all that. I sent him. But surprising thing, 2 days later, I had the money. Construct the house, buy the chicks, and start feeding them. 100% quality the feeds.
Okay.
But now the worst part happened. A month later, from the 500 that I was bought, I had 5.
Wait, what?
Yes.
495 were gone?
Yes.
In terms of profit, when you've removed the cost, etc., how much do you think you make in a month?
That one should be specific. On which part?
Dairy farming.
On the dairy part, on average in an year, right now we are at around 160, 170. That is, we do an yearly average.
Yes. At 32 years old, Paul is doing something many young people are still trying to figure out, making a living from the land and making a very good living well at it. But this story did not start with 20 cows or hundreds of liters of milk. After completing his training with the NYS, Paul did what many young people do. He went looking for a job, but the job never came. And eventually, he found himself back in the village trying to figure out what next. His first attempt was poultry farming, and it did not go as planned. He lost all his chickens and with them the money and effort he had put into the business. But then his grandmother gave him 1 cow. At the time, that cow was producing only about 5 liters of milk a day. Paul started paying attention to its nutrition, learning how to feed it properly, and slowly the production went from 5 liters to about 20 liters a day. And that 1 cow became the beginning of everything you're about to see today. Guys, his story is absolutely inspiration, because one of the things he's going to teach us is that after failing to find employment, please don't stop and wait for someone to give you an opportunity. Instead, start by what you have. Today, Paul is not only building a successful farming business, he's also encouraging other young people to go back to the land, look at the resources we already have, and ask ourselves, how can we use them better? I really do hope this story inspires you, because today here at this village we get to see what exactly Paul has built. We get to understand the numbers behind his dairy farm, the mistakes he has made along the way, and why at 32 he says he has absolutely no plans of ever looking for employment again.
Hello everyone, my name is Paul. I'm a farmer Paul, and we are in Karatina, Madera County, specifically Konyi Ward, where we do our farming and other activities here and there.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much for welcoming us. You have such a beautiful farm. I think we've been able to see so many things happening. And it's always nice to come and find you at the center of things. But as we begin, we do have a wonderful theme on the platform. We are talking about reclaiming our identity through the soil. What does that mean to you or for you? And do you think you connect with that theme?
I think I connect with it 100%, because everything I do every day, what I eat, what I feed, what I drive, everything I do is about the soil. It's about what I produce from the soil. It's what feeds me, it's what feeds grandma, you have met her. It's what has made us to be here. So it's a venture that anyone else can venture into. It's a venture that sustainable if done the right way.
If done the right way. And I love that we are going to learn about how you are doing it the right way, because you are combining so many things and it's working for you. But is this what you always wanted to do? Did you know you would end up here farming, you know, dairy farming, coffee, etc.? Did you know this would be, was this the goal for you?
This wasn't the goal.
Yeah.
At first, this started as a very simple thing. Back in, I did my NYS in 2018. That's when I graduated after doing a course in general agriculture. And by then, surprisingly, my business plan is what I'm doing currently. But after I completed school, this wasn't a vision that I said, okay, I want to be doing farming. I came to Karatina to stay with my grandma as I was sending all the CVs everywhere, trying to get a job here and there, trying to do one or two things. But unfortunately, as the society is, they also are asking for 10 years experience, which I didn't have. Sometimes they stayed long to a point where I started, they started calling me to get a job. I had already started establishing.
Oh, wow.
And by then, we started with a few poultries. Because one thing is, when I came here, when I started now saying now I'm not living in Nyahururu with my parents, I want to come where they came from. Because originally, this is where my dad comes from. We decided, I came with around 50 chicks. And those 50 chicks, I used to keep them in a cartons. Okay, I had no of the practical skills. I didn't have them. So what happened, 100 of them died.
Oh.
In 2 days. The next day, not even 100, they started 10, then 20. By the time we were finishing, a week is over, I had none. So all the investment I wanted to start with,
Zero.
gone, zero. But someone came to me, my uncle now, the last born brother to my dad. He realized instead of seeing the weakness I had, he said, what can I make to make you like stay in this point? He just asked me a very simple question. Do this, make a budget of around a chicken that is a chicken coop that can be able to sustain you for the time being before you get a job. And I thought, okay, I did it like a jokingly, like the same way as a relative, whatever he is asking, so let me do it.
Yeah.
I just did a simple budget. Oh, we need this timber, that, and all that. I sent him. But surprising thing, 2 days later, I had the money.
Oh.
Construct the house, buy the chicks, and start feeding them. 100% quality the feeds.
Okay.
But now the worst part happened. Also, all of them, because I didn't do my due diligence, I just went and bought chicks from anyhow. I came and kept them. A month later, from the 500 that I was bought, I had 5.
Wait, what?
Yes.
495 were gone?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, you're surprised. Imagine someone trusted you and gave you all that money. Feeding, the house that you've seen, the Mabati one, the stairs one. Now they're all gone. But then, surprising thing he told me is part of business. And that is what keeps me until today.
Ah.
He said it's part of
Business.
And he said, we are going to do it again. But right now, I was very scared. Now, what I did was crazy. Because now I started reading more about chicks. But then I was doing the improved kienyeji cloyers and all that. I went ahead and researched where can I get the best, what was going on. Because when I was having all these challenges, I started meeting different people until I realized, oh, we have a lab for the vets. I took the chicks there. I realized even some of the diseases came from where I bought the chicks already. So most of, yes, there are some of my mistakes are here and there. Went back there. So I started researching. To a point, I still have an email from India. Because I'd call the broiler people. Where do I get the original chicks? Because what I'm getting is not working. Because now imagine, when you talk about 500 chicks, imagine each chick was going at 100 bob. Feeds, stored, construction of the house. You're talking more than 500,000 plus Kenya shillings. Now, you have no single coin. The money's gone. But the same person still wants to invest in him.
Oh, wow.
What can I do to stay with your grandma? Because grandma, she's now, I think, 82, 83.
Yeah, wonderful
So,
woman.
It challenged me a lot.
Yeah.
And from there is when now I met other people, like a lady by Jolly Poultry. After I was from India, now they gave me the number of person who does that. And that's how we started our journey. And best thing is, we brought the 500 again. It worked. Now we have the chicks to a point we are producing eggs. We are selling meat slowly by slowly. Until now, the best where we broke, where we had good money was during the COVID. COVID was a blessing in disguise.
Of course.
Because a lot of people now came into farming. And now the person I was sent to was also started to establish. So she was still importing chicks from Uganda, Tanzania. And she had no one in the Mount Kenya region to actually say, okay, this is a person I can be trusting to sell my chicks and all that. So I was the contact person.
Okay. And
through these challenges that I was meeting in the industry, I met different people when I was buying the medication and all that. And that one gave me an idea. Because now I've been attending seminars to know what is the problem with my chicks, all that. Through that, I realized there's a very big gap. a lot of farmers in the interior are facing the same challenge as me,
Yes.
but they don't know where to get the medication. And that is how a shop by the name Farm with Paul was formed.
Okay.
And by then it was called Palmer Farm.
Farmer farm. Okay.
So we still have a small agrovet there.
Yes.
So when we started that, I started meeting different people selling medication, facing different challenges here and there. And that is how now I started meeting farmers. We are called for meetings, I am there and all that. Even before right now, like people knowing me with dairy, they used to know Paul Ulua poultry. And now during the COVID, a lot of people started keeping the poultry and they didn't know where to get the chicks. And Paul was already introduced in the business.
Yes.
Now you will get every Thursday we are selling more than 5,000.
Chicks.
And each of them was getting 10 shillings every Thursday during the COVID time.
That's good money.
And that is how I stopped walking.
Yes.
I started on a motorbike now.
Okay.
But few days later, few months, everything flocked. And through that, we also started a pig farming, which now the other house that we keep the hay used to do pig farming by then.
Yes.
And we started introducing one by one like that, and investing the same money we're getting from there, investing on the pigs and all that. And now, the surprising thing now, what gave me now the challenge? After these chicks did well, all along, remember I was given all that money.
Yes.
I was never even asked a coin, but I used to take it as a business, like, because one day I'll be told to pay this money. But surprisingly, when we started doing the pigs, and also the cows that grandma had too, we started keeping them like, okay, let me keep them as we are learning.
Yeah.
But now my concentration was in chicken is giving us a lot of money. But now the market has flooded. The pigs started picking a bit, and the cows. Then the same person who told me, he told me now, we are not going to do it as used to do it. Because by the time I was coming, he used to get 5,000 like that. By the time now we are completing, I'm getting in a week more than 50,000. Because now the chicks that are selling. The shop is also doing good because I'll sell you the chicks.
Yes.
I'll sell you the medication. I'll still sell you the feeds. So if I supply, for example, Lynn, I'll supply you 200 chicks. I'll still tell you I supply feeds. I supply you medications.
Yes.
And I also guide you on how
Full
to grow
circle.
that. A full
circle.
Full circle. Now the problem, everybody that has chicks,
Yes.
and they all mature and we all have eggs in the market. From selling eggs to 600, now drops to 300.
390.
390.
Yes.
And all that. That all became now a very big challenge to us. Because now, for me, I have a lot of chicks. I have a lot of laying birds.
Yes.
And that one made me change my mind. Because now, I got a market now. Somebody asked me in Nairobi, I need you to supply me at least 1,000 eggs every day. But my capacity could not carry that. What do I do? Can I close down? No. Now what I started doing is, a lot of people again the same challenge they're facing is, they don't know how to rear the single day or all day old chicks, but they want to keep the chicken. Now I realized my house capacity is 500. But when they are still young, I can be able to keep more than 1,000.
Yes.
So when I bring the chicks, I bring more than 1,000, but I start advertising them as early as 2 weeks. So by the time they get to 1 month, I'm already disposing some. And that is how poultry went on until one day we are struck by Gumboro infection.
Gumboro.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is a disease that can stay in your farm for more than 6 months.
What kind of disease is it?
That is a viral disease, affects the young chicks. No, when it affected us, because we hadn't, there's a point as mistakes, we overlooked on the vaccination side, because by then I was busy and doing all that, it affected our farm. And the best recommendation was to close. Because now if you bring more, they still get the virus is still in the area.
In the air.
Now we still now have to discard the poultry side and now think of something else. By then, I've got used to some good cash here and there. Now somebody else is offering you a job of 20,000. Then imagine where you are going back again for sometimes almost gave up by the way. And by then is when now I took on the pigs properly, because now we started adding more of them. And the cows that were there, by then we had the cow shed on the other side with the young cows.
Yes.
We started breeding slowly by slowly and all that. Now, when it came to cows and the pigs, there was a very big conflict. Because now, these are the cows that I met. Already the business has died. Within a month, you don't have the poultry business. But these are the cows that need to feed. The same time, the same uncle told me now, we have done this, it's no longer viable. But what you're going to do is, these I'm giving you as your own project. So what do? This is a partnership, whatever you do.
You do.
I have no idea on farming.
Yes.
I have no idea on anything. But now, there it is.
So he had the cows or what?
The cows were the same grandma. This one was one, and a young one. And
Two.
another one. They were just 2.
Yeah.
Now you have given the business. What do? No feeds. You are still cutting napier down there. The business, your poultry,
Done.
done. Because now
Pigs.
if you bring them, the pigs, you're still very young in it. You still bring in 2 mothers, 3 mothers. So the same idea I had on poultry, I realized it works. Now we can't have a lot of pigs, but the pigs can give birth at least every 4 months. And if we wait to sell the big pigs, it will consume a lot of money. But what if you advertise now even selling the piglets for those who don't have the mothers? And that is how we brought up back the chain of,
Yes.
we breed,
Yeah.
we sell the piglets, whatever remains is what we'll keep them, slaughter here locally, and feed the community. And through that, we're also improving on the
Dairy.
cows, the dairy. But now there's one big challenge that was there. That's why at least I think I leaned more on the dairy. Pigs, there was some time again, they were saturated in the market. The supply was high, the demand was low. So we were even selling at a loss. To a point, I had a lot of pigs, like 6 of them, giving birth within a period of 1 month, but there was no offtake. Meaning, I went ahead, bought poor quality feeds. A pig that was supposed to go for meat within the next 6 months stayed for a whole good year. Which now calculating even the cost, no matter how the cost of feeds was low, but at the end of the year, we had spent double per pig. That means the business was not.
Yes.
But now, for the milk, even if the cost did what? The milk demand was always there. Because one, we were selling milk in the local, despite with the 1 or 2 cows, but also the cooperative was picking what is there. And there is no day, like, the milk is a lot, like what is happening on the cows, on the chicken, what happened to the chicks, everybody has eggs, and the milk, that has never happened. And that is how my concentration now started becoming on the cows.
Yeah.
To a point, I went ahead and did a small course on dairy management. Then I went ahead online, did a course in dairy production under Penn State University. Online, all of it, just to get what is this can I be able to do. I visited a lot of farms because now I didn't want to make the same mistake.
You've learned.
That mistake was, okay,
Costly.
we lost more than millions of money. And that is not my money. Somebody else trusting you, take it. As long as the condition is, stay with my mom, that is grandma. She's happy, she eats, she sleeps.
We are good.
I'm good. Now here is you and the business. So that is why I went ahead, started going back to school, learning more about dairy. Also, I was also doing the same for the pigs. Then also researching on the market, trying to contact some few people who actually purchase the pigs and all that. To a point, by the time I was now I sat down to check on, am I doing pigs? Am I doing poultry? Am I doing the cows? I did the financial assessment of everything.
Oh, good.
Because there's one thing I did. The different big thing I did was I just kept every record. No matter how small, I just kept every record on the coin coming in, what we're purchasing, and everything. Then, under 1 year, I realized for the business of pigs to make sense, we need double the house that we had. So that I can have an offtake of more than 10 pigs.
Yeah.
But now, on the other side, by that time, we only had that side. If we take that side, I can't have anywhere else to expand because that is the only portion we are allowed. Because that is an ancestral land. It's the only point. And we need double the house so that we can decide, okay, we need to be making 20,000 a month after all the expenses and all that. So we need this number of pigs, slaughtering this number of pigs at a particular time, and this giving birth.
Yes.
After doing that, we realized it's not making sense. Then we came back and I did an assessment. Now, at least I have a name. At least they know a youth who's doing something. So the youth fund, there's some banks, at least I can knock 1, 2, 3 banks. But now, where I did the costing to construct another cow shed, what we have now, and actually doing the pigs, we did an analysis. And we realized to construct another house, we need more than 1.5 million.
For the pigs.
For the pigs. But we only needed 300,000 because we had the timber for the cows.
Good.
Which one is an easy go?
Cows.
And then, come to it, cows, they didn't give us a lot of money like the same way we used to sell pigs at once and get some good coins.
Yeah.
But now, they used to give us small amount of money, but for a whole good year. Now, if you do the average, the cows were giving us more money. And that is why I opted now, let me do the cows. I decided, instead of just doing the cows specifically like farming, let me take a chance in the whole value chain. Whereby I have the cows, we sell milk. After that, we realize we have a lot of manure. We have coffee, inherited coffee. Why do you take it? We put that manure in that coffee. So that, by the time that coffee is being paid, we're able to construct another cowshed because it was going on
over there. The new one there.
Yes. And one thing is, our cost of production, the same way we came, like grandma was producing 700 kgs in more than 1,000 coffee. The moment we came in and decided, okay, we have manure from the cows, we have a bit from the pigs, but if we use it on the coffee, we doubled our production. To a point, the first time when I came, because also my dad had some shares of the coffee, so I was given that share.
Yes.
From the 70 bushes that I was given, I realized, oh, I harvested 500 kgs. We are paid with 100 bob.
Oh.
That is 50,000.
Yes.
And yet the only thing I used to do is manure and some fertilizer. Probably I'd spent less than 20,000 even with everything, like including renovation and all that.
Yeah.
I went ahead and leased more coffee.
Good.
To a point right now as we speak, I've leased approximately more than 1,000.
Look at you. You have 1,000 bushes.
Leased.
No, but leased, but it's you.
Yes.
It's you doing the thing, right?
And the reason why was, I realized coffee, okay, in terms of percentage, in terms of amount of money you're getting, it's not a lot. Like you can say, okay, I'll be making a profit of more than 30% or 40%. But now, as a youth, saving is quite a difficult thing. Because mostly whereby you have a current amount. But now for coffee, I just use probably a month less than 3,000. But at the end of it all, you'll have your 300,000, 400,000 and do that big project that you want to do.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute.
Yes.
You mean when it comes to coffee, you can use 3,000?
Well, now,
could you walk us through that?
Now, what happens is, I went a list for the coffee business.
Yes.
The reason why I do coffee and the cows. Use the manure to actually feed
Boost
on the coffee, to boost the coffee production. Now, that means for the fertilizer part, you cut with half.
Yes.
So meaning the manure that we're getting from here, instead of actually discarding it, it's going to back to the manure. But now, coffee is paid once in a year. So, become a chama. It's like a chama.
Yeah.
Whereby you have taken your 1,000 kgs, you'll be paid at the end of the year. So, it's ransom money. So, if you had plans to buy a motorbike, have another cow shed, do a project,
you can do it.
You can do it then. So, I realized if this is what is happening with coffee, and the cows, you can only save a bit, but the problem is you touch that money a lot. And you try to save today, tomorrow the cow is sick, you're doing that. I realized investing in coffee will make you grow other projects. And because the projects are correlating, I don't have to have a lot of money to be able to raise the coffee.
They complement each other
very well. So I realized, what if I had this more? And I brought the same idea to the same person who supported me.
Uncle.
Yes, we can do this. And that is how now we are able to, okay, when we have the coffee side, if you realize we just paid in April.
Yes.
We did that cow shed. Next year, we want to extend this part, whole part we'll having cows. But from the coffee that we are getting. What am I trying to say? Like, it's been a journey like very tough, but when you realize the weaknesses and the loopholes, it's becoming quite an easy one. Because all these, I learned them from the first challenge that I met. I don't want to get disappointed. I don't want to disappoint this one person. It started then. To a point right now, I don't want to disappoint the whole community. Because now, Paul is a small name outside.
Yeah, you are a role model.
For a consultation. I do a lot of consultation outside. I have trainings in the same farm here. We'll talk about that. I do cowshed constructions. I have a shop that supplies all those inputs.
Yes.
I have the machines the same. We do sell them. We do transportation of feeds. We do silage making. All that now, there are people who look onto you. But it started from one person. And now, we started by picking the low fruits. You have the manure, feed the coffee.
Yes.
Whatever you get, add a cow.
Yeah.
From the cow, you now learned how to manage the cows. Now I can be able to say the minimum liters I'm able to get is more than 250 liters per month. We need to cap that at a minimum. From there, we were able to plan, we are able to get enough manure for our coffee, and the excess is sold. That is still an income.
It is.
No, we don't lose anything. Every year, if you're not expanding on the cows, we have a plan whereby you can see the cows are segmented.
Yes.
That means there are higher producers on this side that are hitting more than 35 liters.
Okay.
There are the mid ones here, and there are those ones going for dry. So meaning we have a cycle whereby every year we must get all the cows calving once.
Yes.
But because we get excessive cows, as another income, you sell them. And one thing is, we put it on even on the social media.
Yeah.
Everybody sees you have good cows, how you breed them, how you feed them, to a point now.
They get to hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
They get to hear. And by then you have a market because there are people who follow you knowing the giant that you started with. Now, from the cows, we are able to sell milk, which sustains the daily activities and paying all the activities. At least minimum of 5 pickups every month of manure that is sold, apart from what we feed from our coffees. Then, from the same time, grandma, we used to have a lot of trees around. But when you did the constructions, something happened to the trees. The trees changed to timber. So grandma suffered firewood. But now we have
the biogas.
The dung. She only needs 2 buckets per day
to
have the biogas. She can cook her githeri, she can cook her food without asking me, Paul, hakuna gas.
She's sorted.
She's sorted.
Man.
Just lighting.
Done. And we are going to get into that.
Yes.
Allow me to start with the cows, right?
Yes.
Because we have different types of cow.
Yes.
Here at Paul's farm, what is this type of cow? And also, maybe for someone who wants to go this direction, what are those tips? I know they can always come for extensive training, etc. But what is it that someone should look for just to make sure that, you know what, this is a profit-making business, not a loss-making business?
One, I do the Frisians, or what they call the Holsteins, and I do that because of the milk. The high production in milk with them, despite they have their own management issues. And it's a good business because for me, my market is based on milk. In Kenya, we are still not on the quality part, whereby the butterfat, we sell our milk in terms of butterfat content.
Yes.
We're still being paid according to the liters that you deliver. And the highest producing in the market and what you can get are the Frisians. And that is why I'm able to keep them. The reason why I don't breed them a lot with other animals is because I want them to get their maximum. Because we still have a target in the farm whereby I want my first cow calving for the first time to hit more than 35 liters before we start experimenting other things, so that it can be sustainable. Dairy farming is a venture like any other business. But the problem is, a lot of people who join farming, they just keep it like the same way our grandma used to do it. And that is the worst mistake. They forget, this is the money you're investing here. You don't run it as a business that it should be. And for a person who wants to start any venture, for example, in the dairy industry, you have actually to know 3 things. 1, what is a cow? And what I mean what is a cow is, what is it feeding? How is it supposed to be managed? Secondly, what is it feeding on? So that when you know what it's supposed to be feeding on, you'll know this cow requires energy, this requires protein. What should I have more? What should I have less? What is the minimum cost should I keep my silage for this to be sustainable? Then the last thing you should know is, where are you taking that milk to? Where are you taking that animal to?
But
a lot of people, but a lot of people will join because, hey, Paul is doing well in dairy. You come and buy a cow, Paul is doing well, you didn't do all that. And that's where you realize that people will tell you in the market, I can't do dairy. I can't keep cows. They took me under loss because they didn't start it from where they should. They did it because Paul started it, or Lynn is doing better in that. But they don't know the challenges that are there. Now, for example, somebody will come in this farm and get, for example, one of the cows here. These one are doing more than 35 liters.
Oh, per day?
Yes. Now, when you get one cow from here, you don't care if whatever it was feeding. You just care because it was being produced 35 liters. But the cost that is there, what is being fed, how is it being managed, all the cleaning and everything, you don't care about that. You just expect, you just go and feed your cows anything to produce
35 liters.
35 liters. There is a cost of everything. And that is where a lot of people are not actually venturing into.
The feed.
Yes. Because 90%, what you call 70% of the cost of production is all based on feeds. If you go wrong on the feeds, because I can tell you, in cows we get production right now is currently at around 32, 35 per single liter. And if you're selling your milk at 40 shillings to a cooperative or 50, 45 shillings, you're merely getting 7 shillings per liter. So if you go wrong, even on keeping your silage, you keep your silage at a more expensive cost, it will not be sustainable.
Losses.
Yes, because the business is I call it a business of high production but low margin. So you have to produce more to make business sense. So if you're producing 10 liters and somebody else is producing 100 liters, as the same cost of production and a different margin of 7 shillings,
I get you.
The person is getting more. But now, are you able to keep that cow under that low margin? Is for you to do the same way as a business. Know your market. Supply and demand. If you're using the maize silage, corn, there is a season. And during that season is where we ensure, like now, Farm with Paul here, we ensure we keep our silage during the high season. That is why you realize we have bunkers where we keep our silage.
Yes.
That we ensure our silage, a single kg is less than 10 shillings. So when you're farming, we ensure you're doing it through irrigation. And if you're doing it through irrigation, at the cost should be low. But now, the other thing is, you take advantage also on the season side, where everybody has maize. Everybody's willing to sell. And by then, you can be able to buy as low as 4 shillings, 3 shillings, a single kg. As long as now you know your cap point, I should never buy my silage above 10 shillings. Now, you plan yourself from there.
Yes.
So that, by the time this cow gets to production, you have already planned how your feeding is. And the cost of those feeds is at low production. Because the fodder takes 70%, keep that. The rest on the 30%, which is the concentrate and all that one you can work around with. But the 70% you go wrong from it,
done deal.
Done deal.
And I'm getting your point, because again, as you are saying, feed, you know, sometimes Menibamba, someone will see you doing this and they'll be like, sini ngombe tu. Ngombe, some cute cow shed there and there, and I'll be getting my 35 liters. For you, how have you been able to close that gap? Because then again, for you to have silage, so you need the land. So you need to be able to plant. So for you, how have you been able to close that gap so that you have enough for your cows and you're still supplying outside there?
Now, one, this journey has had a lot of challenges. I was also once there, whereby I had the cows, I didn't have the fodder. I was forced to go and buy fodder at around 20 shillings per kg. When it came to production, it's a loss. I realized there's a very big gap, but what am I going to do about it? I started by leasing land. Here in Kirinyaga, it's not very far. We lease land and plant. But then I realized as we continued, leasing part became expensive. Because now you have to lease, you have to do the irrigation if the rains are low, you have to plow and all that. But now during the season part, everybody has maize and they are desperate to sell. And when I did the costing, I realized me purchasing an acre directly from a farmer who has planted it, very good maize and all that, and me growing it is more expensive than buying it during the season.
Oh, so nendo unafagia whole acre.
Now what I do is not even a whole acre, more than 10 sometimes.
Come on. Yes.
Now, what you do is,
you
know, we have 2 seasons in this area. You plan your fodder for more than 2 years. So that, for example, this season that passed, everybody had maize in this area. So at a point, they was even selling less than an acre that can produce more than 10 tons as around 30,000 or less.
Oh.
Now what we do is, whatever money we get, every month, you have to deduct for the fodder side. You've gotten 3,000. What percentage is being taken by fodder? You save that. So that by the peak season, we have our silage that we invested on a good silage chopper. We don't have to hire anyone. It's just ours. We go and purchase that and keep that can last us even 2 years. And during the other seasons, for example, right now, if we have the low seasons, if they do good, we just replenish the empty bunkers. But even if it doesn't do good, the season doesn't do well, we still have fodder that can take us till 2027 end. And one thing about keeping silage, the cost, even if that silage costed you 5 shillings or 10 shillings, it can stay there for 3 years at the same cost. So even if the cost of milk rises, your silage is still at the same price, because there's nothing changing, there's no transportation, just being stayed there. And the one thing, if you keep your silage of good quality, it reflects the same to the cows. Because fodder is not just fodder.
The cow is what it eats.
Yes.
It's a reflection
and
of what it feeds.
Yes, and that is what I said. Know your cow, know your fodder. So that when you know your cow, you know what it needs.
And what?
So what is in your fodder, you can be able to feed it.
What's good fodder though? How do I know this is the good food for my cow?
Good food for the cows is all about your environment, because cows can feed on different things. You first have to go, for example, you're in Nyeri County. What is the best available feeds that can be available all year round? There is maize, there is napier, and probably grass. But do you have the land to be able to produce that maize? Do you have the capacity to be able to lease the land to produce that maize if you don't have a bigger land? And if you know it's, for example, you choose it's napier, which is the best harvest season for maximum nutrients? Because there's also another challenge. Every crop has a stage. From germination, then leafy side, then what we call the flowering stage, the fruiting stage, then what we call the senescent stage.
Yes.
All these 4 stages, there is a point, mostly for most crops like the maize, is during the fruiting stage, where the nutrient is more that can benefit the cows. If it's for napier, there is a distance of 1 meter, it's where the nutrients are maximum.
Yes.
But the more it grows, the more it loses. So that is why you have to know what your cow needs, what is in the fodder that you're feeding, so that you can know the best time to harvest, the best time to feed. So a cow can feed in a lot of things, but is it harvested the right way, the right place, and stored the correct way?
That's powerful.
And when we sat down, and the reason we opted for maize silage and a bit of hay is because we realized everybody else, maize is a staple food in Kenya. So when it rains, everybody plants maize. The other thing is, we realized maize has more energy compared to napier.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
And this energy is what the cows require to produce milk, and also some protein in it, what we call the crude protein. And one thing we realized, within our locality, almost everyone has maize. So they still grow it, and they still want to sell it. And we also grow it for the cows. By realizing that, we realized for us to produce a single liter of milk with napier, I'll need an extra 1 kg of concentrate from the maize that is full corn and harvested.
Yes.
But again, where I did my cost of production is, if I produce with napier and harvest my silage at the correct place, I realize silage produces more energy, produces a bit of protein, and it's sustainable for me.
Good.
What can last me a whole year?
Yes.
What I don't have to hustle as long as Kenya is raining, compared to I'll have to have the napier, cut it, dry it, then go back to the market and feed some energy, extra energy, purchase some extra energy from the shop to be able to supplement to the cows.
Yes.
That is why for me I opted for the maize.
Yeah.
Now, for the maize, it's expensive if you buy it during the off season. So what do? We follow the season part, and you have the record of everything that you want to do. This is the season. You already know next year, probably God willing, it will rain. So we start preparing now.
Early.
The liter of milk you get from here,
Yeah.
you deduct the amount that is supposed to go on the silage side. The liter you get from that. So by the time this or a whole year ends, you're not going back again to get a loan. You already have the amount that you kept to.
Because you planned.
You planned.
Effectively.
And that is the problem with a lot of farmers. They don't plan. You just wake up, cow, what the cow needs? We have napier. Go and cut napier, do that. And the other crucial thing is, cows don't like surprises. Cows are not like ladies. Sorry to say so.
Wait, what? Haujatuambia hapo.
Cows are not like ladies.
Ati cows don't like surprises.
Cows
They are
don't like
not like ladies. That's a good one. Okay.
You know, ladies are like, you need a flower.
Yeah.
No. If you do that for a cow love consistency. Whatever we feed on January, make sure you feed it in December for a consistent graph
Okay.
in production.
So how do you balance the nutrients? Because again, huwezi kula ugali kila siku.
For the cows, they don't mind.
Oh, they don't care.
As long as that ugali contains the protein, contains the energy, contains the mineral salts,
Got you.
and all that.
All the nutrients
All
are
the
in.
nutrients are there. So if you come here today, you've seen what you're feeding.
Yes.
Even if you go back 1 year,
I'll
you're supposed
still
to
find
meet
the same.
this is what they're feeding. Because cows do not have, cows are they're not monogastric. They have different chambers. And these cows digest feeds based on the microorganism in the rumen that break down those feeds. So if you interfere with the pH level,
yes,
and that is why when you interchange the feeds from one company, you go this, what happens is your cows goes back 72 hours before again it regains the microorganism that will digest the feeds.
yes.
And by then what is happening? You lose your production, you have interfered with the hormonal balance, your cows cannot come on heat regularly and all that. So when you're feeding your cows, make sure whatever is in that feed is balanced and can be consistent for a whole year.
Yeah, love that. But again, feeding, check. What to do, check. Consistency, check. But then they are not immune to disease, Cindy,
Yes.
because we saw poultry.
Yes.
Again, we had the virus. So for the cows,
Yes.
what diseases likely, what diseases are likely to affect them? And also, how do you make sure that, they're in good condition?
One thing, I told you the mistake I did with poultry.
Yeah.
There was a time I just ignored the vaccination part. So if there's something right now I don't joke about, it's vaccination, even for the cows. Because now the government provides that services every year, depending on either foot and mouth, lambskin, all those. Those are something that can wipe your farm from A to 0.
Done.
Done, you're gone. So what we do is, these cows are vaccinated from all those diseases every year. For example, when again you come for high yielders that these ones, if they do go wrong, you can insure your cows, insure them. So that in case of those things
Like
that
insurance?
yes,
Oh, okay.
you insure your cows. So that in case of such risks that are unavoidable, they can be able to be paid for that cow.
Yeah, that's
Because
a
for
good
example,
one.
this cow is able to produce that milk and can sustain that milk for more than 6 months or 7 months. It already gave you a calf. So insuring it with less than 4,000 and probably the cow is worth more than 300,000 Kenya shillings.
Yes.
It's worth it.
Okay, you've insured?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
To ensure that those cows, for example, anything happens today,
You are sorted.
we are sorted. Secondly, the biggest thing is hygiene. This place is cleaned 3 times in a day. Unless you call me in advance that you want to visit the farm and all that, I don't allow visitors anyhow. No matter who it is. Because you can come from your farm with anything. Call me in advance so that yesterday, this point cleaned was disinfected. Whatever you come with, you remain
It's
here.
done.
It's done. We don't allow. Secondly, I started breeding my own cows. I rarely bring cows from outside.
Okay.
Just go and purchase any. No.
What's the advantage of that?
Advantage is, you know the challenge of your cows. You know your cows. And I can talk that on breeding part.
Yes, please.
Breeding, a lot of people think is just serving your cows, having a calf, then producing milk. Breeding is actually selection of a breed based on the weaknesses. I'll give you a very good example.
Okay.
I have a cow here by the name Grand.
This is who?
Grand. Her
Grand.
name is Grand.
Okay.
From the word grandma.
Yes.
So she
Oh,
was from her.
This is the one.
Yes.
This is the one you got from grandma.
Yes, that's why she called.
Ungesema hiyo. No wonder umekaa karibu na grandma.
I got this cow from grandma.
All right.
And the surprising thing is, this cow hit 40 at her peak, and we didn't breed it. So that's where the feeding part is key. Now, when you have Grand, you know the challenges facing this cow.
Yes.
For example, I can tell you, Grand is a stubborn one in conceiving. When you can serve her even 4 or 5 times, she has those issues. Now, when you're breeding, I'll select a cow that has a high conception rate.
Yes.
To be served. So that her offsprings, Maria, which is there.
Who is Maria again?
There.
This one here?
Yeah, who your couple.
Oh, Maria is good now.
Yes.
Okay.
You serve her once, she conceives.
She's good.
Because we selected the semen with a high conception rate based on the weakness
Of Grand.
Grand. I'll give you another example. We have this one, our high peak production right now.
This
Her name is
who?
Beauty.
Beauty. Okay.
So she
Hi,
was given-
Beauty.
Yes. Beauty has issues. She has low resistance of mastitis. If you don't take care, she can be infected on mastitis after every month, which is now that is a total loss. Now, what we did is, we know that challenge. We have her daughter on the other side, Miri and Mombi. What we did is, we ensured that the semen that we serve her with has less somatic cells.
Oh.
That means they have low chances of contracting mastitis. I'll give another example. There's a cow here by the name Maria.
We go there?
It's okay.
Okay. This is Maria.
Maria is
When
here.
you have 2 Marias?
There's Mary in English na kuna Maria in Kiswahili. Maria is a very short cow.
Yeah.
So every semen right now I'm serving her with should be a bit taller because I need at least average cows. They're a bit
Taller.
Yes. So whenever every cow that I'm serving Maria with, I ensure so that her offsprings will be
taller.
So what does that come up? It brings the farm of what I want. You can also serve in terms of milk production. There's a low producing cow like Blackie, this one here. She hit her first production, she didn't even hit 25 liters. So what we did, the kid, which is there that we are feeding milk on, we ensured that has more milk. The semen to be served has more milk. So that we have a cap in the farm that any cow giving birth for the first time should hit above 25.
Yes.
And that cap is actually evaluated every year so that the farm grows. If you're first calving, we started with 18, whereby the minimum cow producing should produce 18.
Yes.
If you don't produce that, walk away. Now we head to 20, and currently we are at 25. So we have those Maria and the other side that will be coming for the first time. Those are capped under 25. It should not go below 25 liters. And that is brought about by breeding and selection. So for those who want to start farming, breeding is not just because I have a sex semen, because I just serve it and it conceives. It is based on the weaknesses of your farm and the strength on the bull that you're giving. So that the X and Y chromosome, when they meet, they share 50-50. So you try to eradicate those weaknesses and improve on your production. And in a single selection, you can select at least 2 or 3 traits from the legs, from the udder, from the height, from disease resistance, from butterfat content, from longevity, longevity whereby a cow can be able to produce milk for a very long time.
Grand is how old?
Grand currently right now she's that's the 6 year.
6 years.
Yes.
She's 6.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And she's doing well, despite she's blind on one eye.
Oh okay.
So but I love her because her milk also is high in butterfat.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But she has poor udder. So when we're breeding, we select on the other side so that we reduce those chances of that.
All right.
Yes.
I've seen you're very keen on record keeping. Like every part I look at, there's a book where, you know, people are putting, scribbling all the activities that are happening.
Including a board there.
Including a board. Why is that important for you as a farmer? And why would you highly advocate for that?
I advocate for that because where is every coin going to?
Oh, yeah.
This is a business. Where is every coin
going to? And
for me to tell you, Flower or Stella is a profitable cow, where do I get that information from? For you to know, I have to cull a particular cow. What are the bases? For you to know that cow has a challenge of conceiving, you don't come up with that for a single day. Oh, it's didn't conceive once. It's through your record. How many times have you served it? Have you checked?
Yes.
Even if I come up with mastitis, all the cows get mastitis once, at least when we have those challenges. But there are those who are recurrent. For you to know you had a record. At a particular date contracted mastitis, I used X amount of money to treat that cow.
Yes.
We lost X amount of milk. So that at the end of the year when we are doing an evaluation, I have to know, is the business still viable or not? The same way I told you we did on the pigs. We realized if this is out of the records that we used to keep, so that I can be able to know this business is not working for me based on the resources that I have and based on the production and the target that I want for myself.
Great.
So that is where the records come in. For example, the moment I tell you Beauty is hitting 40 liters, we have to know Beauty is hitting 40 liters at what cost of production. Because one thing is, there are very good farmers who have a name but have no money.
Got you.
There are very good farmers
who have a
good name,
but they don't have money. They don't have
money.
This is
because you have the cow producing 40, 50, but when it comes to feeding, your cost of production is beyond even what you're producing. Are you making business or is it just a pet? And if you don't keep that record to know that,
how will you know?
How will you know?
I'm noticing a lot of comfortability. I mean, I'm looking at this one, Penye Melala. Would you walk me through what is going on here? That's Bahati.
Yes.
Yes, Bahati ako base.
Ako base.
Yes.
Chewing card, very comfortable.
Okay.
One of the things is, cow comfort is key. And I give you this example when I'm training my farmers. I always tell them, imagine you're working as a mjengo person. Then, when you go to sleep, you sleep on a flat timber.
Yes.
Then, you're expected to go there and carry cement. Or probably you're working in an office. You have slept on a bare timber or on a floor. What will be your production?
Very low.
Very low. Same with this cow. If this cow is not comfortable from how it's feeding, to how it's staying, to until where it's sleeping,
yes,
you lose more than 20% of the production. That is why these sodas that we have here should go as deep as 6 inches and always stand every day so that it doesn't harden up for more comfortability. I always say, for your cows to be comfortable, you can actually kneel on this point for 30 minutes and without feeling the pain. But if you go to a cow shed, for those who have the cows, and you can kneel there and feel you can't even take 5 minutes kneeling there,
that's a problem.
Are feeling the same. The other thing, if you realize, we have high producing cows and some are very heavy. For a producing cow right now, if you decide, for example, to sell the cows, it's a very good amount of money. But if that cow cannot walk from here to there, it's even sold less than a bull.
Oh.
A cow can come from the value of 300,000, 400 or whatever amount, just because it cannot walk, to a cost of 10,000 Kenya shillings. And that can be brought by injuries from the floor, injuries when they are feeding, and all that.
So would you say those are some of the hidden costs that farmers never consider?
Yes.
What else is there in terms of hidden costs?
Another hidden cost that are there is, the one we have talked about, comfortability.
Yes.
Secondly, breeding. Because I'll tell you, if your cows, 70% of your cows do not give birth every year, you're not in business. In milk business.
Sisi nanipea maziwa?
No. There's what we call a lactation curve in dairy. Cows have stages, which we call the peak production, which peak production is the first 100 days after calving. Then we call mid lactation, whereby it's not producing as high as, for example, the ones that I've told you they recently calved. Then, if you can see, we segmented them because when you come to this side, they're at mid lactation. So the production dropped. Even the feeding for us dropped based on production. Then there's the late lactation. Cows have those. If you don't understand that, you'll feed your cows, then to a point, you realize your cows is not producing milk, but still feeding. And the feed you're feeding is not sustainable. So you have to understand the lactation curve of a cow. Back to understand your
cow. Know your cow.
Yes. So that you take advantage of the peak production. For example, I take a lot of kin on a cow within 100 days. Because within 100 days, that cow is giving you money, a lot of it. But also for you not to miss, ensure it's served during those 100 days. So that by the time it comes to mid-lactation, still producing milk, but under the curve, and under the lactation curve, a calf is also growing. So that by the time you hit late lactation, you'll dry your cow, like now the cow's going on the dry side. Then after 2 months, you'll be back to production.
Okay. Now, talking about coffee, there's something you mentioned, but I did not want to disrupt you because tulikuwa tunasonga. There's a lot of talk out there that coffee, is not profitable, but you have been able to sell your coffee at the best price. Could you walk us through that?
Coffee is profitable. Okay, no business is not profitable, because there's one person opening a shop today, and there's another person still closing the shop. And I'll just give you an example. And there's a person who has been in the business for years. The only difference comes, what are you doing differently to make yours profitable? And I realized on the coffee side, for us to make business sense, we have to lower cost of production. And the biggest cost of production in coffee is pesticides, herbicides, and fertilizer. So we realized we cannot control more on the pesticide side, but we can have a control on the fertilizer side. And one thing is, when it comes to manure, it is more profitable even to our own soil and enriching it compared to the fertilizer. And from my own personal research, use of manure is more sustainable than fertilizers. Because one thing, if you use fertilizer in the coffee industry, you're also told after every 2 years, you'll have to use lime to be able to neutralize because of the acidity levels brought about by fertilizer. But for the manure, well decomposed, does that for you. So that cost that you have to undergo every 2 years,
Done.
Again, we go back to the agriculture. It's a game of numbers. So if you produce more per bush, the more the money. If you produce at least not less than 10 kgs from a particular bush, the better the production. So what we looked at is we didn't have coffee, a lot of coffee at first, because this is what we have, less than 1,000. From this part, this is around 300. Then the lower part is around 1,200 there.
Yeah.
We didn't have that, a lot of coffee by then. But what can we change? We change the soil, ensure it has all it requires, then it gives us the berries. And what we're using to change the soil is what you're getting from here.
Yes, it's a product
It's
of
a
the
product
farm.
of the farm. So we're not going back to
Your pockets.
our pocket. Then from there, we realized now, if you're able to produce at a lower cost, and we are able to get not less than 8 kgs, what can we do next? Can we plant another coffee? We don't have the land. Because maximally where we are is less than an acre. So what is the easiest point? There are people who are letting their coffees, they are not able to actually manage their coffee because they think it's not making business sense. So we tell them, we can take care of it. As long as now we have a correct contract, have your lawyers, do all that on all due diligence, have the coffee.
Yes.
But now implement the same strategy here. Feed the coffee same way here to reduce your cost of production. And through that coffee and all that, that's when you realize, hey, Paul, we have the coffee, we are leasing outside.
Yes.
The biggest cost now is transport. That's why we have a lorry there.
Now you got the
We
truck.
decided to let's invest on that track
Yes.
so that we lower that cost, including for our silage and all that.
Good.
So that our cost of production per kg for the coffee is as less as 30 shillings. Yet currently, some are paid at 140 something,
A
some
kilo.
at 120. Yes.
Where do you get the best market for coffee?
Best market for coffee currently, we sell under cooperative,
Yes.
which is not the best market because we are not able to control the prices
Yeah.
as we are here. Because I can have the best coffee, but because of grading and mixture of a lot, we are not able to do that. But because we have a vision of let's be able to produce more than 30,000 kgs, I'll be able to process my own coffee. And by then, I can be able to grade my own coffee
Yes.
and sell it directly
To the consumer.
to the consumers.
Good.
But that is something we are working on as long as we have, first of all, have viable numbers.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, let's go back to your story now. You went to uni. You went even to NYS,
Yes.
right? And that's what so many people, that's actually a stage where so many people are right now. Uni, what did you study?
I studied general agriculture.
Okay.
Yes.
But with the intention of working where?
You know, I'll get you back there.
Tell me.
During my attachment in college,
Yeah.
I really tried my best because I went an attachment on a company, agricultural company. And the best thing was I became the best person there because any question will be asked. And one thing they used to promise me, immediately you're done with college,
Kazi iko.
because you're not starting from
Scratch.
supervisor.
Aish.
So me getting out of school, the hopes. Natoka
Kazi iko.
kupiga ile namba. Got the guy. Okay, I don't mention the company. His
No,
name
it's
was
okay.
he was David.
Eh.
Hey David.
Eh.
Sasa na nimeshamaliza shule and ile job aje. Akaniambia wacha tutaongea kidogo. From there until today.
Never.
Simu inaingia, simu ishikangwe. But imagine now, working on an export company, produces the vegetables, exporting all that. That was like, if I'm done with college, this is it. Now you're calling, nothing's happening. 3 months down the line, you CVs everywhere, all the farms that you know, calling everybody else that you know, from the county where you did my first internship, from where you did my attachment and all that, nothing is coming up. Then, immediately you start earning from, when I started from poultry, when phones start coming in. And by then, they're offering you 15,000, 20,000. And by then, you already have a motorbike. So,
Maths can't math.
math is not mathing.
Yeah.
And then somebody else is calling you, hey, where you, I want you to work in Nairobi Westlands. And it's our retail shop for our greens and all that. Then how much are you paying? 15,000. I pay rent. Yes. Transport. 15,000. By then, I used to live with grandma. I'm paying 0. I've already managed to scope some coins here and there and
And a motorbike.
And I now own a motorbike. acha ikae. And yes, there are sometimes I also almost opted out because out of all those challenges, disappointments and all that. But the best thing is, I at least have a father and a mom. And now my uncle, which is also calling my dad, always told me like, don't give up. One day itajipa. And now you do something, not disappoint them. At the end, it becomes a business. To a point, few years ago, I opened a TikTok channel to tell people what I do.
Good.
And from the TikTok channel, I think that is the most earning part right now.
Yes.
Because everything I do for consultations, I construct cautions. I install the same CCTVs we have here.
I've seen your security system is so good. It's everywhere.
And now that comes from a single job I did for someone. A very simple cowshed. That person referred me to a bigger person.
Good.
To a point, right now, you can book me and tell you, oh, we need a construction. I'll tell you, wait for next month. And that has become from what we started from, consistency. And when you're given a job, no matter the job you're given,
do it.
Do it.
And do it well.
Do it well.
And do it well.
Yes.
NYS.
NYS was a very, I think, I hated to be a police officer, by the way.
Oh, you wanted to be?
I hated.
You hated being,
Yes.
Okay.
Now, in our family, we are 5.
Okay.
And unfortunately, hakuna msichana hata moja.
Okay.
Even one of the guys who was my brother.
Yes.
Now, out of the 5, my mom was very good. I think my mom and dad were very good.
Yeah.
Walituachanisha na miaka mbili.
Mnafuatana.
2, 4.
Yes.
So meaning, when I was in secondary school for 4, somebody else was in form 2, somebody else was joining form 1.
Yes.
When I did my form 4, but then I even applied for general, what we call agricultural extension and education. Egerton University, diploma, because I had gotten a C+ by then. My dad told me, sina fees. But there's a chance, unaweza ingia NYS. For me, being a police officer, all that wasn't. So, the best thing was, by then, everybody was being picked.
Yeah.
So, I went on the first the recruitment in my locality, by then where my dad lives in Rumuruti. I missed it out. Sikupata, because mbio ilikata. Then, somebody...
Kukimbia ilikata?
Ilikata. Now, one of the person recommended to my dad, what can you do? Enter Nairobi. Nairobi, they pick several things. The same recruitment. So, I went to Nairobi, but Shingo Pande. But then I was doing hawking of perfumes.
Yes. You've hawked perfumes?
Yes.
Okay.
The perfumes and all that.
Yeah.
Kwa gari. Used to knock on kwa gari za watu. Kuna perfume za hang. That's what to do. Because I gave up. Yeah. Imagine the official. Me, a shirt, official, na viatu. Because my dad had told me I would disappoint him, I joined the line. Nikakimbia bila viatu. I also became the last person, I think. Unfortunately, kila mtu akaambiwa wale wote serikali we are picking 10,000, so nyinyi wote
mmepikiwa
hata hatujapata
hata mjatosha.
Hajatosha.
Yes.
2 weeks, 3 weeks later, mimi na box NYS Gilgil. Now for the first day joining NYS, I almost ran away. Because now, imagine the first thing you entered the gate, I'd carried even books because I thought I was going to school. So imagine I have a very big box. Umeambiwa wekelea kwa kichwa. Torture. Then moving from here like 3 kilometers with it. I felt like this is not my place. Then the following day in the morning, you wake up in the morning and start scratching a floor with a stone. What is this now? Okay. Then I was used to waking up at 8. Now I'm waking up at 3. And the first thing is you wake up and start running. I look for a phone, call my dad.
Hiyo ndio form NYS.
Sasa mateso huku, sijui nini. Then my dad asked me one thing. Kuna watu wengine huko? Wamekufa? Hapana. Wako uhai? Sawa. I come from a family whereby we table everything. My dad used to say when hana pesa sina.
Yes.
When I know we have a problem, I know we have it. Now reflecting what he said. Ati kama wengine wako na hawajakufa ngangana. And here I want to run away. The same perfume unazunguka unauza moja. I decided, let me do it.
Yeah.
Did the paramilitary training. After the 9 months, went to Witu. Witu again was another challenge. Kujenga taifa. Wake up in the morning, ati sasa umesema, I've completed my training and all that. Kufika huko thinking we are going to do something supervision work and all that. Unapewa jembe na unapimiwa pahali pako pa kulima. Now the advantage was, I used to know a bit of computer. So after 1 week, they came up around in the parade like they need someone to be working in an office.
Yeah.
So that I was lucky. So for me, I used to work in an office, documents, all that and all that. But now the cost of doing all that was for you to go to school for free without paying a single shilling.
Yes.
So during my training, I still chose to do the same agriculture. I used to love it back in school, but I didn't know I'd come to do it professionally. So I chose agriculture. And when I chose that, I decided now I'm going to do it as it is. And that is why even in my school, not bragging, but I think I was the best.
Okay.
I went from there.
Congratulations.
That all from module 1, 2 until I completed. So that is how I joined the NYS.
Yeah.
But one thing it gave me is something, the resilience that I have. I rarely give up. If you see me giving up on something, you have thought about it. I've done the maths, and the probability is less than 50%.
And maybe that was the reason why you needed to go there.
Yes.
Like, no learning is a waste of time.
Yes.
Actually, I think it's an opportunity. Because even if it doesn't serve you where you are, it will serve you somewhere else. And look at how much you've gained just by being part of that. And now you're using it here in this business, right?
Yes.
But am I allowed to ask, in terms of profit, when you've removed the cost, etc., how much do you think you make in a month?
That one should be specific. On which part?
Dairy farming.
On the dairy part, on average in an year, right now we are at around 160, 170. That is, we do an yearly average.
Yes.
But now, the reason why I do an average is because, for example, in November, this year, not from November to around February, we'll be having the highest peak production.
Yes.
So by that month, you can realize we are above even 200,000, 300,000. Then, when it gets to around April, when everybody has milk,
it lowers.
Our cows are in cows.
Yes.
So our profit
margin goes down.
Reduces. Yes, that is from the cows themselves. But now when you incorporate the whole business, it's another whole story.
It's another, how much?
No, it's a very good amount of money.
Because
now, I'll just give you an overview.
Yes.
We have the dairy. In this farm, at least every month, we charge 2,500 for a farm visit.
Yes.
For the training, we have a session from 10 to around in the evening. And every person is charged around 2,500. In a month, give or take 40 people. I do farm consultations.
Yeah.
And currently I'm overbooked.
And, oh yeah.
Yes.
You're selling manure.
We are selling manure. Every pickup, and you load it yourself, you're getting at 2,500. And because I do it for the community, that's why I give it at a reasonable cost. From there, we have the coffee.
Yeah.
From there, I do cowshed constructions. And for this month, I have 4 ongoing.
Yeah.
And I do cowshed construction. I source you the animals that I'll bring in that farm. I have a shop, so I'll supply everything you feed to those cows. I supply you feeds, I'll chop your silage. I supply you hay from the truck. You can have a guess.
Yeah.
Yes. For there, sustainable for us.
Yes.
We're able to grow. I'm able right now to incorporate, including my uncle in the same business. And he gets a share of it.
How is Uncle, by the way? And how do you feel when you know he's like your biggest supporter?
Literally, he's, okay, I call him my uncle, but I rarely call him uncle. I call him by his real name because we are like age mates. And the worst part is, can say it, for example, like today, Lynn, you're coming to this show.
Yeah.
If he called me, I'll told me to be in a particular place.
Yes.
I could disappoint.
I know. I get it.
There is a person who can tell me to be anywhere. Because this is a person who trusted me with no knowledge. I didn't know all this. Just fresh from school. That is a cow, supposed to eat, supposed to do that. There's a person who invested his own money. Yeah. I've lost money that could have changed his own life. I've done that. But still trusted me to do that. So that is a person I'll say, I don't know how good a word to put it, but is a person I can do anything for. Yeah. Is a person I can stand for. And is a person, no matter what, I'll do anything never to disappoint
him. And that's wonderful.
Because, imagine all this. This side that we are is a purchased. not ancestral.
Oh, this you
On
bought.
this side.
This side is bought.
It has a borehole. It's dug. It has solar systems. Practicing. But if from the money that, okay, I can put it, from the money that he used to invest and coming through my bank, that is why I'm able even to get money from the youth fund. I'm able to get money from a particular, because I'm a beneficiary of them and all that.
Yes.
And I'm able to grow. That's why I'm still able to do my shop. That's why my small YouTube channel still goes. That's why I have TikTok and all that. That's why I'm able to list coffee. Because if not for that foundation, to a point I can tell you for real, he trusted me and including my parents. The first loan that I took, the collateral, I don't have a land. That's the biggest challenge you are facing. They gave me the title. They don't care if I squander the money, people do it. But they trusted me to use it as collateral, stand. So,
and you've made them proud, I'm sure of that.
So.
No, you have, and this is wonderful.
I hope so.
You have. I'm looking at you. Am I allowed to ask how old you are?
Yes, I'm 32 years old.
Yes. You are 32 and you are doing this. And I'm encountering so many young people who are also doing this. And for me, I think the joy is seeing young people coming back to the land, coming back to agriculture after it was so... A lot of negative things have been said. We were sold this whole rural to urban migration, and now I'm seeing a lot of young people who are keen in farming or in agriculture. How does that make you feel? And for the young people that are watching, what would you want to tell them?
This makes me feel like a very proud person, because apart from even the young generation, in this farm I've changed the minds of even the old ones. I've created jobs for people, because right now as you speak, more than 10 families, it because Farm with Paul exists. One thing I'll tell my younger people, we have one big challenge. We want quick money. Get rich quick. Tomorrow invest in a dairy cow, gives you milk, able to produce, buys you a car, that's that. Patience is one of the greatest things that has brought all this.
Yes.
And the other thing is, no matter how they think it's a dirty job, this is the best thing you can ever do. How many times, the number of times I am in this farm is counted, but it still runs. Just because we have the knowledge, we create a system. So it's not the notion of, because I'm keeping cows, I still have to interact with the dung.
Yes.
No, it's a viable business that you can start small and grow. The only thing is, if you start with a vision.
Yes.
So that you know where you're starting and where you're going. So that every decision you make each and every day will be based on the vision that you have. The soil grows. Soil gives birth. Soil produces, as long as you make the effort to plant. And when you plant, water it, take care of it, and one day you'll harvest it.
Good.
As long as do it the right way with a business mind in it, it will make good progress. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This has been good.
Thank you.
I know you are busy, but you also, took the better part of the morning and dedicated it to me and my team.
Yes,
so I don't take that for granted.
You're
but
welcome.
I'm listening to you, and I know a lot of people are watching this episode and they are like, okay, what Paul is saying makes sense, and I feel like I could use his services. And by all means, this is not an ad. And the reason I say this is not an ad, it's because I also want you to... Sasa inanisusuia. Uni blackie. Okay, susu blackie, we finish. Yes, it's because I want you to be able to also do your own due diligence. But for me, this is not an ad, but I feel like you're someone who can be able to walk this journey with so many people who are stuck, right? So maybe could you tell them some of the services that you offer? Even hearing you are overbooked makes me know you don't even need this shout out, right? But would you also tell them some of the services that you offer and how they can be able to connect with you? And also I see you have a YouTube channel. We love
a small one.
there's never a small YouTube channel. What you have is a beautiful platform, not small, right? So also talk to them about that so that they can be able to come and show you some love.
Okay, thank you. I go by the name Farm with Paul. That is the brand name. And after I did all that farming, I settled on dairy, and I decided I'll do dairy all along. And from dairy, we went back to school to be able to have the knowledge to produce whatever you're producing and also share. And through that sharing, we're able to help farmers construct cowshed, either based on timber, like the same we have, or metal. We are able to source cows for you based on, we are able to produce, to source cows for you based on your requirement. We are able to help you make silage. And we are able to make sure that the silage you're keeping is for good quality. From there, if you need any supply, for example, we help you construct the cow shed, we have the cows, we have the feeds, even the medication. Farm with Paul will do the supply. So in short, Farm with Paul will walk you from the journey of how to start, how to manage, how to run, how to store your feeds. And if you need even to have an overview and a first-hand experience on the farm, we do allow visitors to come. After you book, we learn on how we can be able to do that.
Good.
And if you have an already existing farm and you don't know where to start, not making money, not know how to arrange your cows, so to plan your business plan, we come and do an audit for you so that we can tell you this is the situation of your farm, this is what you need, this is what we recommend.
Good.
Yes. And for those who are not able to do that, we have a TikTok channel and we are real. For we don't don't plan for content. I just come here with a phone.
And
this is grand. I do whatever I want to do. But I help even those who are up to very far and who can be able to change 1 or 2, 3 things.
Good.
So that you can be able to grow agriculture as a business, not just the ukulima part. Grow it as a business.
Yes.
Because it's the backbone of this society. And one thing is, AI will do a lot of things, but AI will never make you milk.
Good.
It can make the cow,
but
the cows you have to feed it too.
Yes.
And every day you have to eat 3 times a day.
Yeah.
So you need me 3 times a day. Every single day. So it's a viable business. Yes.
And talking about it being, I love that you said, you know, we make we do it as a business, agribusiness. And talking about it being viable, a lot of people just like you have lost millions trying to get to this point, right? First, do you ever go back and think of the millions you've lost along the journey? And for the people who have made losses, what would you want to tell them?
One, I've made losses. Some were lessons. For me, I didn't take them as losses at such, but I made sure I never repeated the same mistake that I did. So yes, it was a loss by 10, but right now it's a lesson that I use to be able to run. There are people who have given up, but reflect on where you did wrong. And I've always insisted, the worst thing that can ever happen to you in this world is you leaving the world. But as long as you exist, let whatever you think was a mistake not be a mistake, but a lesson.
Yes.
It happened.
It happened.
You can't do it again.
Yeah.
But what did you learn from there?
Yes.
And redo it again. And when it comes to the dairy industry, ensure there are people, I'm not alone. They have other consultants out there. You're a banker, you're doing other activities out of there. Before you start, consult someone, have your due diligence, know what you want to start, have your own business plan, know where to start and how to run it. Don't join it because Paul is doing, don't do something else because someone else is doing. Make sure you have a plan and a way of where you are going to.
Good.
And by that, you'll know the risks, you'll know how to go around them,
mitigate the risks,
and mitigate anything that comes your way.
Hii pesa Paul. So nakula na nani hii pesa?
Oh, mostly tunakula huku na grandma.
Okay.
Because one thing is, in the evening,
yes,
she gets her milk, she sells, she's able to sustain herself.
Oh, wow.
For example, she gets 15 to 20 liters, she's able to sell.
Yes.
And from that money, she doesn't buy any feed or anything. So whatever she gets, eats bread, does whatever she wants to do,
yes,
her activities. You met her going to Chama,
yes,
not asking any money.
She's sorted.
So she's sorted on that side. Yeah. But remember, the foundation was her.
That cow.
That cow.
That cow.
And
yes,
if not for her,
yeah,
probably all the support singekuwa nayo.
What would you want to tell her?
I would tell her, like, she's the best thing, by the way. She's the person who supported me through the campaign. And the worst part, and okay, not the worst part, but the best part of this is, no matter, a lot of people gave up in me, by the way. A lot of people said a lot of things when I failed. A lot of people spread news, but she believed in me all along. No matter who she is coming telling me, siku moja itajipa.
Yes. Nandi sasa.
Right now, she also has to book me so that you can be able to
Well,
go wherever she
usifanyie
wants me to
shosho
go.
hivyo, usifanyie no, ask
Paul.
me at him shosho akicall.
Shosho akicall.
Even
Uko
if
free.
you're in a
Uko free.
flight, you are like, you tell the pilot, shukisha, nataka kwa shosho is calling. Yes, shosho is calling.
Yes,
but
she is called. Uko free, Lynn, I need us to go somewhere.
yes.
Yes.
Good.
But she trusted me on all that. She gave me her land and she never expected me to sell it. To a point right now, I do anything I want.
In the land.
And she trusts me, whatever I do is productive.
Good.
She's one of the people that I'll always be grateful to. She gave me that chance.
Good.
And that chance is what has made you to be here.
Good.
That's the reason you know me now.
Yes, and I've had a good time.
Thank you.
And I hope you too, you've had a good time.
Very a lot.
Yes, for me,
Yes.
I think I really do appreciate that you've really inspired our audience.
Thank you.
It's a win when I see people coming back to the land, coming back to these resources. It's a win when I see people not giving up. When I see people doing this in such a piece of land. You can imagine how many cows you have in just this space. So you can imagine what many people can be able to do, you know?
Yes.
So I appreciate you and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And continue. May farming with Paul or farm with Paul, may it prosper.
Amen.
Beyond borders.
Thank
May
you.
you go across, you know, may you go in different places of the countries, continents. May you spread the good news that our soil is a good resource.
A very
is
good
a
one.
good resource. Indio.
This is gold.
This is gold. This is now gold. Not the gold they told us
Yes.
about. This
This
is
is now
gold.
gold. Yes.
And you've heard it straight from the horse's mouth. This is gold. So guys, you know, for me, my intention with this show is to be able to, I feel like it's some sort of activism, just to tell you guys that we have a lot. I don't think we know how much this is, but I believe when you watch people like Paul, then you are able to believe that, you know what, our soil is gold. So thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a wonderful day here in Karatina, documenting another impactful episode. And I just want to take this moment to appreciate all our guests who have welcomed us in their spaces, their homes, and they have shared conversations with us. I do not take you for granted. Every time I'm on the comment section and people are telling me how great this story was, how they've been impacted, guys, that makes me happy. Always remember, when you see the love emojis, when you see the replies, that is me telling you guys, I see you and I appreciate. I might not be able to reply to all of you, but I really do try. When I have a minute or two, I really do try to just go on the comment section and just interact with you. So let me know what your take home has been on today's show. Remember, you can be able to connect with Paul. His details are on the screen. Go and follow him on his TikTok account. Kila saa nikiwa hapa nyuma na naulia kisi nisuzuie guys. But you can be able to go and connect with Paul. And we are gonna also pin his YouTube channel on the comment section. Go and show him some love. And if farming is what you're considering, then I hope you guys have picked a tip or two. That said, I know there are so many of you that do not have ancestral homes to go back to for one reason or another. Allow me to plug you with the wonderful people that we are working with who have properties across the country. That is Hekalu. You have seen them launch properties in Konza and now they are in Nanyuki. Zion Gardens in Nanyuki is almost sold out, but I know we will be launching another project in Nanyuki soon. Yeah, but I can't wait to go back to Konza and launch more projects for you. So if you are looking into owning a piece of land with reputable companies, try Hekalu or Yaval. Yeah, you saw Yaval. We also featured Valerie here on the platform. She has a very beautiful property in Nanyuki, actually very few minutes from our farm, and I love that you guys are coming, you are checking it out, you are passing by the farm, and I really want us to be able to build a community together. So check out both Yaval and Hekalu. They make sure that their projects have water, demarcated roads, you have fence, security eco, and I really do wish you the best in your investment journey. That said, I appreciate my team for coming through. Leo sitafanyia muga ile kitu, but I really do appreciate my team for always coming through and making sure that we are having great episodes. Yeah, I see you guys commenting on our quality. I feel the vibe, and I just want you to know that we appreciate. Sawa sawa. Anyways, me as I go, if you want to share your story, we always use lynn.ngugi@lnn.digital or info@lnn.digital. You go there, you send me an email, a brief of your story, and who knows, we could be visiting your farm next for another conversation on reclaiming our identity through the soil. My job here is done, guys. I'ma see you on the next one. Sawa sawa. Bye bye.